Hey guys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Dual Universe. So we are at our base, and today we are going to have a trip into space and visit Mattis. But before we begin, I just wanted to show you our update to our base. So we've been doing pretty good here. So basically what I have is, I would like to get some panels eventually, like info panels, but we have pure iron in this one, pure carbon, lots of them as well, pure aluminum and pure silicon. And this is just miscellaneous stuff right now and some of the gases I move over. But basically that is our main ingots, the tier 1s. And then over here, these are refining the ore, which we drop in here. And so I drop these guys in here, it automatically processes. And then from there, we actually have the AlFe alloy being made, we have steel being made, and we also have selenium being made. And then from there, we actually over here are doing even a bit more. We're doing basic screws, but I'm doing them in maintenance mode. I believe I'm doing 5,000 of these, yeah. And then I'm doing 500 of each of these. Now, the ratios and everything are perfect, obviously, because basic pipes, actually, it's not basic pipes, it's, these guys take basic pipes, so, eats from this, so, I mean, technically, maybe you want 2 basic pipe makers or whatever, and maybe, depending on the speed and the ratios and things like that, maybe you don't need it. It doesn't matter, because right now, I'm just kind of sitting on a certain amount of materials, but anyways, so you got the hydraulics there, and these guys are empty for now. And then over here, the way I'm doing it for now is, so this is your alloys, the ones that you do the mixing and everything. Over here is your components, basically, so basic pipes, etc. And I think that's it for now. Oh, and I have these. These aren't being made right now, but they're there. I probably should start automating, say, the M versions or whatever later on. And then up top here, we have the electric stuff going here. So I actually have these going as well. Do I have actually 500 plus of these? Yeah, I do. So good, that all worked well. So that's these guys over here, which I'm doing maintenance mode again on that. So yeah, I thought that was pretty important so I can start getting components. So what we're doing is 1 chest per basically item now, and not multiple connecting in there because of the requirements and needs. When you're crafting and stuff, you'll run out of links basically if you put it all into one thing. Now when I do start crafting stuff, it might be 1 or 2 different things and that's it. I'm not planning at this time to craft 60 different things. Like, I might say, okay, I want to make more the smelters or something like that. That's kind of what I'm aiming at right now. So building the base, refinery stuff, and building a bunch of each. And then possibly even selling some, keeping them for myself, things like that. So, pretty nice. Our containers have gotten really cheap with the organization. They're 200k each. Basically, right now, with ore prices, they pretty much flatlined. It's kind of funny, but that's just how it is. But anyways, I do recommend using a lot more small. These are the small ones, not the mediums, for, say, the little parts and stuff. That way you have a decent amount of storage, because extra small is a little too small for a lot of parts, but I think small, because it's 8 times the size, is a good little medium ground for doing what I'm doing here, so, which is pretty nice. And this is just my everything one right now, so, which I've bought in fuel over time, bought in different fuel types and nitrogen and stuff, so we actually need these. Let's actually link up to this right now. And actually, I need one more thing out of here, too. I need one of you guys. Let's actually build you now. Oh, we got loading construct. We might not be able to place this. Let's see if it's going to play fair today. It has to play fair because that's part of our what we're doing today. So if it doesn't play fair, that ain't fair. I think that's just on its own. I think I could probably get rid of that or something. I don't think that's hooked up. Yeah, okay. These are old stuff. So, yeah, I made this whole... I'm using just iron. You remember before I was using steel, basically, for the blocks? And that was a waste of time because you're using 100 iron, 50, and then 50, I believe, coal, and then you get 75 steel, and I believe it costs the same amount of per cubed or whatever. So basically, it was a big waste of time. Another thing when you're doing large amount of platforming, which I've done a few times, I tried to get them back, and I'm sure I've missed some because they're being inside and deeper, is when you're trying to make a big line like this, I sometimes accidentally clip them under the ground, so whoo, derp. Not a big deal, it just happens. And I also upgraded our mining vehicle, so now it's basically double the size, and it definitely can easily do 250, even maybe 300 tons of cargo. I usually say 250K is my limit, and that lets me fly. So basically the big upgrade was now I have 2 of the large atmospheric engines instead of 1, which helps the forward momentum quite a bit. And I would say the big change that helps probably a lot too is instead of 2, I have now 5 of the flat hover engines, and they're quite cheap, and they use like no fuel. I think that's almost bugged about, like for using almost next to no fuel. And then on top of that, I'm using the adjusters here, the large adjusters. Now the adjusters you want to keep on the edges and tips of things. So like see how I have these medium adjusters here as well? I have them right on the tips of things, and that's important. This is at the corner here, these are at the back, and that's kind of an important thing. There's one here and there's one down here as well, because if you have your adjusters spread out to the tips and the corners and stuff like that, you will get the most impact with your adjusters. I also have 4 large of the brakes here, so the atmospheric brakes, and that seems to be the sweet spot. I have an extra set of medium wings. I have them up there and I have them up here. They're probably not even that. Oh no, they're working. There's no red actually, so oddly enough they're fine, I guess. I wasn't sure if they were crying out because of all the crap I have on them and, some of the stuff close by, but I do believe they help. There is a large version of the other one, though, you'd use as a tail piece or whatever for steering, but they cause a bit more drag. But so far, I'm really happy with this. It's working. I'm happy with it. It's a great mining ship, and yeah, I don't think I would really do anything more with this than anything. Honestly, I think after this, I'd just make another mining ship after for a larger size one. And I call them mining ships. They're haulers. They're really haulers, right? And this thing of death, which I call death, is basically what we're going to go into space with. So this thing has 4 atmospheric engine S's. It has a decent little hover engine M on it. And it has, it has 2 space engines here, S's, and it has the, not the adjuster, the space fuel tank S. The space fuel tank S is actually the smallest one you can get. And pretty nice little ship here. So we're going to get this to Mattis today for fun. Is that the brake down there? No, that's the hover engine part of it. Where is the brakes? I guess these are the brakes here. Retro rocket brakes. Yeah, that's the ones. And I guess, where's my other... Is that the brake right there? That might be a brake. Oh, there you go. Atmospheric brake. They're on there. Okay, because it was like, if you have no atmospheric brakes, you're going to have a bad day. So, yeah, this little thing should be able to get up into space and go to Madis. I think that'll be fun, so... that's what we're going to work on now. So let's get some of our fuel here. I don't have a lot of fuel. I should probably buy some more. I don't know which one's in here, actually, so... That works. And then let's actually take the rest of that with us, just in case. And then let's get ourselves regular fuel, because I've used this on the planet too a few times, but it's meant for getting me into space for fun. We've been to space once already as a testing water, obviously, but we hadn't done anything else besides that, really, so I think that should be good. Oh, you know what? I don't think I activated this. This is so when I die, I can come back here and not back way over there, because that's kind of what happens now. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Now, if you want to go to somewhere, you might want to bring a certain load of things, like so you can be able to build a small base, things like that. I'm going to kind of go there naked. I don't even have many credits, but if I want to get started there, I know there's some friends there that can help me start with, say, boring a mining vehicle, and then I can get some ores and sell them and make a bit of credits and things like that. So there's opportunities for me there to get started if I choose to stay there. I could fly back, I could destroy my ship, I could leave my ship there and just die, things like that. So I guess before we go, we should go to the system here, and we want to go to Madis here. So, and I believe they're on Madis itself, so set destination. Let's see if we have a good view of it today, too. Okay, where are you, Madis? Well, the good news is it's up in the sky, so there you go. Now, this might be too much of a steep incline, but this ship is death, basically. That's why I labeled it that way. Because of Well, the nature of the ship. Now, I don't know if this is too steep of an incline, but we'll try it out. Oh, we're running out of link space here. That's fine. But look how already, like, you can see the curvature of the planet already. Because we're 2,000 meters, so this little death ship is actually pretty awesome. Now, we're losing speed way too fast, so more than likely we will not continue to be able to continue this speed. So this is where we need to start angling down the ship, and then hopefully we can, you know, continue to gain altitude here on a more slower slope here. But we're 15, 14, so we actually did really, really well. And we're continuing to increase speed right now, too, so we should be more than fine getting into space with this little guy. There you go. I was like, who built that big thing? I'm like realizing, oh, wait, that's District 8. So that's our little platform right there. Pretty cool, actually, to see that. Somebody building a space elevator over there. There we go. Space engines are powering up. So now we'll start increasing. We won't change our altitude, like our heading yet, because we want to make sure we keep climbing first, and then we can slowly start adjusting it. But you don't want to be over freaking it too much. But yeah, looks like we're doing good now. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna go a little faster because I think we're gonna be fine without falling. There you go. I get these little lag things that kind of suck. But it is what it is. There you go. And there you have it. So there's the planet. Look how fast we're going now. We're going over 1,000, right? Which isn't crazy because you think about it. Our hauler vehicle goes like over 1,000 on the planet there, but we're now 1,500, so we're climbing very extremely fast now, which is pretty cool. So one day people might have structures that are bigger than the districts, where when you are up in space you might actually see the structures instead. Though that district is very prominent, and that might be just because we flew by it and it's loaded, maybe? And the other ones are cleared? Yeah, because I don't see any... Oh, maybe I saw one over there. Maybe that was the tip there, and then there might be one over there, so there might have been more. But imagine later on, like... people making space elevators or very, very, very large structures on the planet and flying in space and looking down and be like, holy crap, do you see that? Like, do you actually see the big, huge, you know, construct down there? Like, I think that's going to be freaking brilliant. Or the same thing in space, right? Now, I was told the best way to do this is kind of overshoot it and go up into the air like this and point upwards. And then that way... you're kind of getting a bit better, I guess you're just hitting it better. Anyways, we've easily left the planet here, and we're doing really well here, so... yeah, we have to travel 142 SUs. From my understanding, an SU is 200K, so 140 times 200... we have to travel 28,400 kilometers till we arrive at our destination. The beautiful part about this is we can actually go quite fast on this. Now, what I should do is it Altar? Altar, I think it is? Yeah, there you go, travel mode. So basically with travel mode, if you want fuel efficiency, you hit Altar, and, oh sorry, cruise control, and then you just set it slightly under the 30,000 kind of thing. And then you could probably set it at 30,000 too, and it'll probably work. But the whole point of this is basically once it gets up to speed, my fuel efficiency should be way, way better. Even now, like, the fuel efficiency is pretty damn good. I'll get there before I run out of space fuel. But look at that, 89 minutes right now. We're at 97%. So incredibly, we hardly use any space fuel right now. So that's a good thing. But we'll continue to accelerate, and we'll be back once we get close to the top acceleration. Though it's beautiful watching this. Maybe we'll watch this for a bit more. I mean, you gotta admit, that's a beautiful sight right there, so... There's our planet. That's where we spend all our time. And then one of these guys, it might be on the other side. I don't think that's it. It could be. No, I think that's it. That's Sanctuary, I believe, right there. Well, it might show up when we do this. No, because I'm holding... Probably because I'm holding that. Oh, that makes me move still. Never mind, we're not doing that. Yeah, you can't do it on that mode. I wanted to move freely in a way so I can look at it and see if it pop up a name, but I don't think so when you're in this view, the alt. Does it for the planet here? I don't think so. Probably because you're literally holding alt, kind of cancels that feature. But I wanted to see if it pop up the name. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Sanctuary right there. And there we go. Okay. That's just beautiful. So we'll be back here in a minute when we get closer to top speed. Okay, look at that. We're at 28 kilometers an hour and climbing. So there's the planet now. It's so small. Looks so beautiful, though. I wonder how big it is compared to other planets in the system. But anyways, yeah, so we're still 128k away. So let's see how this fuel efficiency here works in a minute. So we're still at basically, it looks like roughly the same amount of fuel we're using all the time. 79 minutes to go. So it'll be interesting once it catches up here in a second. Oh, there they go. They're lowering down. There you go. 83 minutes, 90 minutes. It's going to get a lot better, I'm sure. I think basically at this point, they're just like really powering low. So 2 hours. At this point, yeah, I think it's like averaging. It probably takes a little bit to calculate. Oh, they shut off completely. Damn, 6 hours. So if they've shut down completely, actually, it's like unlimited hours at this point. Yeah, look at it. Increased now 19 hours, 32 hours. So there you go. There's your efficiency. So now if I touch the mouse at all, I'll kind of screw it up. So what you can do to kind of protect yourself from accidentally moving the mouse, if you're using mouse controls, things like that, hit tab. And tab will let you, you know, move around, tab out, you know, check out different things without screwing up the, you know, your movement too much here. And then that way you can continue doing whatever. I love the Atmos fuel. We have 1,853 days worth. Damn. And space fuel 9 days, but it's still increasing, I think. So 9 days, 19 hours. Is it going up? Yeah, 9 days, 20 hours. That's really cool. So now we just stay floating for a while, and then we'll be back once we get closer. Okay, so we are slowly getting closer to it. I'm going to have to do a bit of a correction because we're quite higher now than we were before. So I'm just going to bring this down. My engines will probably start kicking in, I'm guessing. Or maybe the other ones will do its job. I'm not sure. We'll see here in a second. I think they're going to power up, though. Now it moves. You don't have like the most steady, perfect control ever out there, but it does move around a bit, but there you go. Huh, interesting. You think that actually was enough to correct it? I don't think so. I feel like we're still going the wrong angle, but maybe I'm wrong. Huh. I didn't think it could correct like that. That's interesting. Oh, no, there they go. Oh, no, it was... Yeah, if I go to a little lower, then it cracks. Interesting. So maybe it wasn't so bad. Huh, let's see what happens if we set it there. I guess it's just doing minor correction then. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it did kind of come on. I was surprised even being able to move just that bit. It just seemed a little odd. But anyways, yeah, so we're at 20 KSU. I was going to start slowing down maybe at 10 KSU. I really don't know when the best time is. You know, it depends on your ship, right? I mean, if we hit the middle mouse button full brake here, it actually stops pretty damn fast from my understanding here. So I don't think I need to worry about that too much. I wonder if there's a full thrust button. So yeah, I don't think we would really need to. And you can actually flip your ship and use your thrusters to your space engines to help slow it down more. So I'm thinking around 10K is probably the sweet spot with this one at least. And even then, I think it would be stopping way too fast. So okay, here we are. So let's start to slow this puppy down. I guess let's just brake it, and then what do we should set? Well, it's still quite far away, so I'm not quite sure how... let's just spin the speed up here a bit. Let's say 5,000 is maybe a good number now. Actually, you know what? 10,000 is actually a good number. But yeah, it's dropping pretty decent number-wise, so I think we'll be more than fine. My issue is actually getting towards the planet more than anything, so... Getting to the wrong area now. There's multiple spots on the planet, obviously. I would like to go. I guess you can't go to... Can I say, hey, I want to go to Madis and look at that planet? View planet. There you go. So I don't know where they are. I'm pretty sure they're on, like, point of interest. I think it was Market 1 that they hang around. So you can zoom in here and see if you can see any regular, like, names that you think you know who they are or whatever. So maybe it's Market 2, actually. I don't know any of these names. No, I don't know any of these names. Okay, so let's try Market 2. See if these names look familiar at all. I thought they were Market 2, but I guess not. Let's try Market 3. Oh, Thunderblaze. Okay, so Market 3 they're at. Okay. So that's what we're going to set our destination as. You want to set it here so it's easier to find it, obviously, because right now it was locked to the planet core. So if you go to the planet, you'd be, like, literally flying around the planet over and over and over trying to get to that spot because, well, that's where it is, so... That wouldn't be so fun. But, yeah, obviously, we're doing really good here speed-wise. So let's see here. Because we've cut our speed almost 2/3 in less than 5K. So yeah, you could stop easily a lot faster than that. You could probably say this can do like 6 or 7 maybe SU very comfortably, probably. Now I don't know if planets have any other issues like gravitational pull to it or anything like that. I know there's there's a gravity to it, but I think you'd have to be really close to it to actually affect you, so I don't think we'd have much of an effect. Now, here's the interesting thing here, which is kind of important, right? Well, we're actually slowing down. I don't actually know why we're slowing down. I know we've done a big correction, but we actually should be gaining speed eventually here. It's being a bit derpy, isn't it? Huh? Oh, now it's gaining speed. Okay, so it must have been just a really big correction it had to do there. So we actually dropped our down even 5K more than we wanted. So anyways, so what I was going to say is when you hit the planet's atmosphere, I believe the maximum speed you can go is about 2,000. And then when you're in the upper atmosphere of a planet, I believe the fastest you can go is, say, 1,000. So you definitely want to make sure you're slowing down when you hit that atmosphere. Under 2,000, obviously you can do say 1,800, 1,900 or whatever. But you probably still have to keep slowing down. I don't know if it automatically corrects you at that point and you have no risk, or if you're still coming in quite hot, you can actually go bye-bye in a sense. So you got to be careful. Now this planet will be an easy one to deal with because I'm pretty sure it's low gravity, but at the same time I think it's a smaller sized planet to begin with, which means that you more than likely have other obstacles like well, you come in, you're already hitting the planet pretty damn fast, you don't have a lot of correction whatever, even though it's low gravity. So you got to think of different things like this. Even if it's low gravity, there's other effects that could affect you for your approach and landing and things like that. So you got to keep that all in mind. I believe if you're trying to test out your cargo load to see if you can launch and lift up cargo and move it somewhere, I think the best place to test that is actually on the Sanctuary, because I believe the Sanctuary, from my understanding, is the hardest planet to try to escape from. So it's the best one for testing in that sense, from my understanding on how things work. So that's a good little tidbit just to know where to go. So yeah, now we're just going to coast here. I guess we'll pause it for a minute just to let it coast a bit more and see how it goes. I'll just correct it down further. We keep lifting up anyway, so let's go like down here. And then more likely we'll still be over top of the planet here in a minute. Okay, so we're doing pretty good here. I've done some corrections, so it's already gone. I've gotten slow a few times here, so I might as well just slow it down more. But yeah, that last bit's taking a bit of time, but that's fine. Yeah, there you go. We're got it in. So we'd be like 300 kilometers right now from our spot. So 300 kilometers is not bad. Obviously, it still takes a couple minutes because, you know, you're only moving at 5,000 kilometers an hour. But obviously, a lot more achievable goal. And then once we get a lot closer, you'd probably want to bring it down to 2,000. Now, I don't know if there's a good way of seeing how close you are to, like, that hitting that sweet spot, you know, hitting the atmosphere. There might be something on here that gives you a better idea, or maybe it's kind of different for each planet, so you got to figure that out. But either way, I just play it safe, and I'll slow it down a little sooner. But, yeah, there you go. Now, I don't think it will say 200. I think it'll probably do something. I wish it would, because I think 200, like 1 SU, and then, you know, 0.99 instead should be like the 200, right? But I think it'll probably actually say like, you know, 0.6 SU, things like that, till you're probably within like 100 kilometers maybe. But I'm not quite sure. We'll find out, I guess, here in a minute. Woo! See, I get this little, like, my FPS is great. Like, I'm going to tell you it's like 75, you know, whatever. But I get these, like, weird little, like, lag spurt things that when I use my mouse, it just, like, way overcorrects, you know, moves way to the left or way to the right, which is something I hope they can fix down the road with their engine, because it's a very mean little thing that happens, and usually games don't do that, but it's like if you've moved it in between that lag spike even slightly, it seems to really throw it off, like, way more than it should. And it can get quite painful to try to recorrect. I've actually nosedived my ship into the ground because I like to fly low, especially on a disconnect or whatever. Easier to just, you know, be there near the ground and not, you know, crash into it when you go back in your ship, for example. So, or be really up high. But anyways, the point is, I've actually had the lag happen, and I like to fly low because it's fun, and it just friggin' the whole ship nosedived right into the planet, and yeah, that wasn't so fun. So yeah, we should be seeing that 100K soon. Now, this planet, as far as I know, is much, much smaller than the other planets we're used to, so I guess if we see like 100K here in a minute, we know that our math was somewhat right here. There you go, it's 0. Okay, yeah, 100. So yeah, that's 100 kilometers. So 200 kilometers for an SU. Pretty simple there. And now that we're getting much, much closer, this is where I would probably recommend actually bringing down your speed to, let's just bring it right to 2,000, a little under 2,000. I mean, it means we're going to be a bit slower, but it does make it a little simpler. Like I said, I'm not sure. We're not really locked on the planet itself too now, so that might affect some of the information. But because if we go to the map, I assume it doesn't go to it yet. No. No planet selected, huh? Oh, but look at all this great materials in a non-planet selected. It's like half selected, I guess. There you go. So when you're under the 2,000, oh gosh, there you see that jump there? That's that lag thing. My FPS is fine, it just does that lag thing. So anyways, when you're under the 2,000, I might even have to slow this down a bit more because it's trying to, it does a little higher. Once you're under the 2,000, the star field or whatever you want to call that disappears. And that, I mean, that's good news. You know, you're in a safe place now. So look at that, 55 kilometers and lower. So I might stay here. I might even stay a while. Like if Thunder has a vehicle, I think you can borrow. So if he'll let me borrow that. I think he said it to the org, to be fair. But if I can stay a while, I might even establish ourselves a small base, mine for a while, and just leave things there, because why not? That would be a lot of fun, right? So it'd be a new home away from home. And that's fine. I don't mind that. My other base is doing well. You know, it's not really producing or making anything right now, but that's fine. It was more that I just wanted to, you know, get, you know, something basically established, you know, that big, you know, iron platform now on the floor. I would like to one day actually build like a building. It takes a lot of materials. That's what I need. I need like a big donation box. You guys can like donate iron. I don't have the right viewers. Not the right viewers, sorry. Like, that sounds abusive. I'm not like a person who's like, hey, give me all your money or whatever. But like doing it like some sort of donation thing where people can say, hey, I'll donate, you know, like 100K iron here and there, you know, things like that to help build that. I mean, I just don't have the viewership, I guess, for that. I'm not a big enough community. And I don't mind earning and making that myself. You have to understand, if you've watched other videos of mine, I'm pretty damn as legit as it gets, you know. Even I got donated 2 mil. I didn't spend that 2 mil. You know, I wanted to make sure I made my first 2 mil before I touched that 2 mil. You know what I mean? So things like that. I'm kind of like that kind of person. I've always been that way, but that's my own personal preference. So I'm gonna slow down here to 1,000 because I don't want to take my chances with the whole, like I told you, like in the lower atmosphere, you know, if you're more than 1,000, it might cause problems. I really don't know that if that's a real thing. I don't know if that's just more like, you know, that was my friend Shadow telling me about that. I don't know if he was telling me that as in the automatic slowdown that happens, you know, which that means that's nothing, right? But if it is actually, you know, something that can, you know, do a little bit of damage to you, then that's something else. What is the white things on the planet? Are those like a base or something that's just not rendered or something? That's weird. There's 2 of them. Is there more of them? No. Maybe people built with white squares? Like, everyone usually builds with black. Even I built with black. It's kind of boring if you think about it, but anyways, there's the market here, so. But I want to know what's going on with these squares here. They might just be white buildings, to be fair. It looks like that might be a claim over there. Let's break it now. Let's hit control, because we're not... we die here, we end up at home, right? So obviously I don't want that. So let's get out of Alt-R, I think it was? Yeah, there you go. So we can go back to... Oh, it's just white platform. It looks so actually nice and up in the air. I was thinking of building my walls in the building out of white, so the floor is black, but when you know, like, it was going to be a different color later on, so that might make it look better anyways. Oh, we're good? We good. Okay, cool. So we've made it. Look at this, my friends. We have made it here. So let's see where my buddy Thunder is here. I think Thunder might own more than 1 tile, so we got to keep that in mind, but, oh crap. You imagine we just smash into the marketplace because of that stupidity there? That was stupidity on my part right there. There could have been some bad things happening there. Okay, I thought he was around here. Maybe he was lower, actually. There you go. Who am I on right now anyways? Not what I want. Okay, so we're looking for Thunder. Let's call him Thunder Thighs. That's funny. I thought we saw him before just fine, and now I can't seem to find him. Oh no, we're on Market 1. Oh no, we are still on Market 3. Okay. Darn it, the friggin' map was tricking me there, so... Oh god, that was scary. There you go, Thunderblaze. Okay, he's just like 2 feet away. That could even been him who just flew by a second ago. Oh no, it was more over here. Okay. Here we go. Here's his place. Whee! There you go. So, I'm guessing that's his place. It's the only building really close by, so. This ship moves too damn fast. It's too, oh, you know what it is? It's this planet. That's what it is. I'm not used to this gravity. It's the planet's gravity is 0.3 Gs. Oh, yeah, that's why. Holy crap. So much different than I'm used to. Did they do that on purpose, or probably? I don't know if this is his plot. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Gotta use the ground. Okay, let's just land this before we end up. This is me holding control and C at the same time, by the way. I guess I don't have enough, stuff to push it down with. That's funny. Huh. Maybe he doesn't have anything now for people to use. He did before, but maybe he changed his, changed how it is. Warp cells. Oh, he's using a clear sign. I never thought of doing that. Oh yeah, there you go. You can see the sign. That's pretty cool. But if you click F on it, then it's like, ah. Oh yes, he has fuel here for the organization and warp cells, which are forbidden. Which makes sense. He probably doesn't want everyone to be, obviously grabbing all his warp cells. And what's over here, anyways? Oh, crazy taxi. Oh, okay. So is this like, what is all this, I wonder? Like, ore drop off or Alioth base? Oh, okay. That's cool. So is this set up in a way that they get a little currency, or is this just, I wonder how that works. Pretty cool, though. So there you have it, my friends. So this is Madis. Everyone keeps talking about this place, so we're finally here. Oh, gotta love this game with crazy stuff. So because of the gravity, that really shot me off. Okay, that was that one. What about this one, or is that just the other side there? Well, that's inside. There you go. So they got a cute little factory here. Oh, they got more under here too. Cool. Yeah, way more stuff running than I do. Well, I mean, they're a pretty big group of people, so it makes sense, but... Awesome. And let's go over here. Nice. Pretty little planet, so... There you guys have it. We'll probably might even do another video here if we get to do some mining, or if we get to, let's say, find... yeah, if I'm able to borrow something to mine with, and then I can do some mining, and then maybe I can even establish a base, buy a control unit, things like that. So might be able to do a few things here in the future if I can. So anyways, thank you guys and girls so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, all that fun stuff. And we will see you wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.